Welcome to the Hexagon Challenge. We are one continent down. We've won Oceania. If you're new to the channel, check out the playlist. We have started a Hexagon Challenge where it's one step up from a Pentagon Challenge. Pentagon Challenge is to win all 5 continental competitions in Football Manager. We're going one step further. We're doing 6 challenges, so it's a Hexagon Challenge. We've already done one. We've won Oceania. So we've decided, could we go to Asia, North America, Africa? There's a couple different options, but we've decided on Africa as our next nation. As you can see, I've loaded up all of the African leagues. It's a custom database. So I've progressed a little bit off camera. It was kind of early May when we left our last job. It's now sort of mid-June, mid to late June. So I've added all of the nations. Some of them are loaded in. Some of them will load in at different times. As you can see, some of them coming in end of June. Some of them are in July. Some are in August. Some are even not till next year. So it's a bit of a custom one. So there's a couple left. There's a couple that are still going to come in. There's a lot of nations here. We probably won't be going to most of them, but we wanted to give ourselves all of the options of a custom database. There's still some Oceania teams kicking about. Those will leave the save kind of just the next opportunity. So obviously things like Fiji, Kiribati, they're still kicking about. New Zealand's still there. So these nations will leave as and when these dates show. We're still waiting on a lot of nations to come in. So I think if you look at Africa, the African Champions League, a lot of the winners come from South Africa. They come from Egypt. Morocco tend to get to finals as well. Outside of that, it doesn't look like there's a lot of teams. So Sundowns, for example, I see they win it quite a bit. The Confederations Cup, is that the Champions League? No, I don't know. No, it's not. This is the Champions League. What's the Confederations Cup? I don't know what this is. The African Confederations Cup. It's not the Champions League. That's all I know. It's not the Champions League. Don't know what that is. They're also in the Club World Championship. Different thing. But the Champions League, African Champions League. So if you look at sort of the winners, Zamalek, Egyptian, Pyramids, Egyptian, Sundowns from South Africa, Wydad Casablanca from Morocco. So there's a couple options. Tunis from Tunisia, Kaiser Chiefs. Yeah, so it's pretty much South Africa. The team from Congo, Egypt, Morocco. So those would be the 3 nations where we're probably going to win it. But we are a 1.5-star manager, so it's really unlikely. I mean, if you look at someone like Sundowns, they're a 3-star team. They're professional, so it's really unlikely we're just going to walk into a job like that. If you look at Egypt, 3-star team there. They're a 3-star team, so it's really unlikely we're going to walk into a job like that. So we're probably going to have to go for either a lower division in those countries or a worse country. So some have came in already. Obviously, we are a free agent. We are just waiting on our next job. That's what we've done so far. So we're going to go job hunting. So we've obviously filtered out any of the countries that we're still waiting to leave the save. That are Oceania, so we'll ignore those. So some countries have loaded in already. Some more, like I say, coming in late June, early July. Some not till next year, till 2030. So it'll kind of be drip fed through. So we kind of just have to apply with what comes up. Now, that doesn't mean I'm just going to go and apply all, because if you look at these leagues, I mean, the Ugandan Big League, great name, is 76th in Africa. So the Egyptian league is apparently the best league, then Tunisia, then South Africa, then Morocco and Algeria. So that's kind of the top 5. I think if we're we're probably looking at something like these, anything from about the 30th up to around the 14th. So there's some good options there. Egypt's 2nd division could be the way to go. South African 2nd division, I guess 2 stars is not necessarily out of our possibility either. We could go to Congo, 2nd division of Tunisia. We could go to Nigeria, 2nd division of South Africa, or we could go to Sudan. We could even get a move to one of the better leagues, the top divisions, and just a worse club. There's a few different options here, but I think pretty much all of these are well below us. I don't think we need to be going to teams that are, half a star in reputation. We're better than that. So I think we need to aim for teams competition wise, no lower than 30. So looking at all these, yeah, we're not even going to apply for any of these because these are all way too low. I think big league. Actually, no, the Angolan second division was like the best one. And if we take a look at one of these teams, I mean, they're a star rating. They've got £60 in the wage bill. I think we're better than that. I think we can do better. We could probably maybe get a 2-star team, maybe 2.5 at an absolute push. I think 3s would probably just reject us. 1.5 and lower, we can definitely get, or can at least get an interview for. 2-star, I think we could probably get an interview, whether we get it or not. 2.5-star, but we've done some stuff now. We've won three league titles. We won a New Zealand Cup, and we've won the Oceania Champions League. So we've got a Champions League under our belt. So, and we've got an 84% win percentage. So we're pretty good. Why does Zinedine Zidane not like me? What have I done to Zinedine Zidane? It must have been when we got that Liverpool player on loan. Stephen Bradley, manager of... Okay, yeah, he was another... Yeah, we got a lad on loan from Shamrock. He didn't like me. I don't know who you are. He was our reserves manager at Longo Longo. Wow. Okay, well, he likes me. I mean, I'm a bit more worried that Zidane doesn't, but there you go. So, yeah, I mean, we were looking okay. We've got 5 for adaptability. We're getting some better stuff. Obviously, part of the challenge, we can't take any coaching badges, so reputation is growing more slowly, which is what I like, which is what we wanted, that we couldn't just, boost our reputation up and go into the top job in every continent. We want to work our way up. So, yeah, I don't know where we'll go for our first job, but that's what we'll find out today. So we are going to progress and keep an eye out on the job centre and let you know of any updates. So we are into August now, and to be honest, not a lot's come up really. As you can see, there's lots of jobs, but they're all kind of in rubbish countries, looking at or just rubbish leagues anyway. I mean, there's not many really. I think we said we were going to wait for kind of around the 30th mark for countries, and honestly, it's not looking great so far. So we'll probably have to wait a little while. I don't want to jump into a job that is below us. Basically, I think we're better than pretty much all of these clubs. So we'll kind of hang fire. I mean, that's kind of the best one. Where is that? Because it says amateur. I thought it'd be terrible. So it's the 3rd tier of Algeria, is it? Yeah, we're not going there. We're not going to the 3rd tier of Algeria. We'll hang fire. We will... Who's favourites for those kind of jobs? Yeah, so they're worse than us. So, yeah, we'll hold on. We'll keep an eye out, but we might be doing a lot of clicking. I think most of the nations are in now, to be fair. To be fair, actually, no, there's still quite a few to come in. The big ones are in, though, Egypt and stuff. When does their season start? November time. Is it really that far on? Oh, October. Okay, so we might be waiting a bit for some sackings because most of the big clubs seem to already have managers. What about South Africa? When's your season start? Okay, they've started. So South Africa could be the way to go. Who else? Who else are we interested in? Morocco, probably. They're loaded in. Their season doesn't start till October. It's kind of all over the place. But, we'll just keep an eye out. And, yeah, like I say, we'll probably be doing a lot of clicking. We'll come back when there's actually something we want to apply for. All right, so we've progressed to kind of later in August. There is actually one job come up. So, as you can see, there's a few more nations starting to appear. Cameroon, 2nd division, I imagine, 55th in the world. Liberian 3rd division, 187th, not as good. But one that's come up is Nigeria. So there's one in, I don't know what that is, 3rd tier maybe, which is 107th ranked in the world. But there is one in the 9th division. So the 9th, well, the 1st division in Nigeria, I assume. Yeah, the top division in Nigeria, but 9th in Africa. I think we go for it. They were 7th, so they've actually dropped down quite recently. Let's take a look at the club before I commit to saying yes. So it's El Kanemi Warriors. The Kanemi Warriors. We're just going to call them Warriors. The Warriors. So they are 2-star team with a £2,000 wage bill. And they just want to stay clear of relegation, which, well, they haven't actually started. Where are they meant to finish? Okay, so they are one of the worst teams in the league, but they're the only kind of job that's available. So I think we're going to apply for it. We might not go for this one, but we'll just kind of see what happens with it. We might not take it. I haven't decided. I think there's better options to come. I just think, I don't know how long we're going to sit around. And the longer we sit around, I mean, the South African second division's better than their first division. It's like, if we go here, we'll definitely be moving pretty quickly. You know, there's just no way you're going to win anything. I mean, you do get to the Champions League. You only get in the preliminary round if you win the thing. What is the Confederation Cup? So this must be like the second tier of Africa. So I didn't realize there was two. So like, you know, like you've got the Champions League, then the Europa League, then the Conference League. So the Confederation Cup must be like the second tier. So it must be like their Europa League. So, I mean, that's interesting. I mean, we'll try and win it if we get in, if we're ever in it. But it's not going to be the one we count. The one we need is the Champions League. So we'll probably get an interview for that. We'll kind of see. We'll feel it out. But chances are we'll probably wait for something better. So unsurprisingly, the Warriors came back with us with a pretty early response. It was only a day, and they've come back for an interview. So we're going to do this one. Again, I'm not sure if I'm even going to take the job, but this is the interview I'm going to show as part of this video. I'm not going to show you every single interview we go on. I mean, we might decide to go here. So the border, please, blah, blah, blah. I've never managed in the country. Well, I've managed elsewhere. Don't worry about it. Variety. I'm only just getting started. I'm still early. Yeah. Why have you felt acceptable to apply for a number of jobs? I don't know. Have I? Yeah, don't care. I able to ease our worries about... Oh, no worry on atmosphere. Don't worry about it. I'm always loved. We tend to give managers the time and stability they need. So why'd you get rid of the last manager? Yep, go for it. Limited resources. Ugh, I don't like the sound of that. Director of football, Fortune Sanusi. I mean, it doesn't look great, but I just don't know what the level is. So, yeah, sure. Don't need a budget. And what would they want? So, work within the wage budget and just be like an established team. It's not really very exciting, is it? What I'm going to say is... secure survival and avoid relegation. I think that's fair enough. Transfer budget of 17 grand. I guess. Wage budget of 2.2. I guess. No. Okay, so I'll be honest. It's probably a step up from where we were, but I'm not overly excited by it. I'll say that. I'm not like thinking this is, I mean... Yeah, I'm not thinking this is where we definitely want to go. I can't even see how good some of these players are. So, I don't know. I don't know. I think we will keep an eye out. Probably reject that one. And try and find something a little bit higher up. Because I think we can... I want to crack kind of like the top 5 or 6. We might go here. I don't know. So the Warriors have come back. They've actually offered us a 2-year deal, which is pretty mad. £500 a week, which I think is more than we ever had. I don't really know. I'm not really feeling it, to be honest. They look a bit crap. Is it even a professional side? There are professionals, so it is a step up. And we've never actually managed a professional side. Just there's no one ever's going to get into... Who won this last year? Oh, what is this? I don't know what any of this means. Is there weird rules? No. So the bottom 4 get relegated. That's quite a lot of teams, isn't it? 4 relegations. Wow. So you really have to win the league to get in the Champions League. You can only... So there's not many foreign players allowed as well. So there's a whole foreign player thing. I don't know if Nigeria is where I want to go. I don't know. Who's the best team? Remo Stars. How good are you? They're really not that much better. It's not like a huge step up. Got a lot more players, though. Do we have anyone in the best 11? What are we? El Kameni Warriors. I don't think we've got anyone. I think the team's rubbish as well. Yeah, I think we can do better. I think we reject it. We reject it. I think we can do better. We're taking a gamble, but I think we can hold out for something better. So as you can see, day's pretty much turned into night because it's starting to get darker. Probably going to have to put the light on soon. But we're near the end of September. Finally, a job's come up that actually looks interesting. It's none of these. Where's it gone? Oh my God, it's disappeared. Here it is. ES Sahel in Tunisia. So Tunisia, one of the better leagues. They are the second best league in Africa. So this is actually a good opportunity. For some reason, they've let go of their manager, but they've only kind of just started playing. He was sacked. For what? He barely played any games. Okay, I mean, interesting. They are a 3-star team with a £32,500 wage bill. So we're going to apply for it. They've received it, so they haven't actually straight up rejected it. This would be a huge step up from where we were, from New Zealand. This would be a massive step up. What were they? We're only 1.5 star, so this seriously is a big step up if we can do it. Eastern Suburbs, we're a 2-star team. So it's, Longo we're a half a star team. So I guess we made a big jump last time. It's not crazy to say we might actually be able to make another big jump. That's Oceania, isn't it? I think we're still waiting on a couple of them to leave. I don't know where. Maybe that's Africa. Or maybe it is Africa, yeah. No, it's definitely, yeah. Very confusing. Very confusing. So there's still a few leaving. We're still waiting for them to leave. Don't think there's anything else at the minute that's too interesting, but we'll keep an eye out. But that would be a good one if we could get that. A lot of money, professional. How does this work? There's like, oh, they were actually in the Champions League and got knocked out in the first round. So this is. Okay, so it's like the cup, it's like the qualifiers, basically. The preliminary, the first round, and then you go into a group. Yeah. So they're actually knocked out. It would have been good if they were still in it. But, so they're out there, but they lost the Super Cup. So these actually must be a decent side, right? If they're getting into Super Cups. And yeah, so they're like the second best team, basically, in the country. How does it work? Because you've got, like, 2 groups and then a Champions playoff. Top team qualifies for the African Champions League preliminary round. Only one. But they didn't win it last year. Tunis did. How does this work? How does it work? Because they're also in it. So how did they both get in? So they were in the preliminary round. ES Tunis were also in the preliminary round. Did these win the cup? Is that how it happens? No, Tunis won the cup. Does the winner of this get into the Champions League? Winner of this gets into the Confederations Cup. Oh, I'm so confused. Because we're not in the Confederations Cup. We're in the... So how did we qualify for this? How did they qualify for this? Oh, I really don't know. They've actually won an African Champions League before as well. They haven't won anything. Did they win the Confederations Cup? No. They won the Super Cup twice, apparently, in the same year, which is mad. Oh, they were runner-up twice. Don't know how that works. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's like... I'm very confused. Were you in the... So they got the Confederations Cup. So I think what's happened, because the first and second were the same, so I feel like 2 teams get... I think 2 teams get it. Similar to when we were in New Zealand, the top 2 teams in the... So it's like, you only get 14 games in the league. So it's only a 24... Wow, it's only a 24-game season. That's not many at all. Okay, well, I mean, I still want it. I'm very confused on how it all works, but it seems okay. They seem like they've actually got players on money, proper contracts as well. So, I mean, yeah, this would definitely be a massive step up. We'd love to go here. Second best team in Tunisia, that's a great chance to try and win it. They've already won it before, so it's not necessarily going to be our only African club, because I think a big team in South Africa or Egypt would be a step up, but even is it really? Because I guess maybe Egypt, but South Africa are like a rung below. So this would absolutely be a very good team if we can get them. So we've actually got an interview at ES Sahel. We're gonna have to learn how to pronounce it properly. Yeah, we've actually got an interview at the second best ranked league in Africa. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So let's go attend the interview. Hello, Hatem. Let's get down to business. Don't need to worry about the language. I can learn it. Regarding the fact that you've never managed in this country, I have experience in various other countries, which worked for the other stuff. It is a big jump. Football is football. Take a gamble. You've developed a reputation for applying for other jobs while employed. What's that all about? Don't worry about it. On each occasion, I wasn't enjoying myself and wanted a fresh start. It was my choice. Yeah, I'm a man of my own choices. You'll be potentially replacing someone who did not enjoy a good relationship with the fans. Could you do better? I always do. Can you assure us that you would have no problems securing the backing of your players, an area our previous manager struggled considerably in? He was only there for 6 games. Yes. Ziyed. He looks all right, actually. Yes. I'd love to work with Ziyed. And he's on less money than our director of football was in New Zealand. Don't need a budget. Don't worry about it. Challenge for the cup. What? Nothing about the league, and just be competitive in the league. And they have no other objections. Objectives. Okay, so they want a playoff spot, so top 3. That's fine. £565,000. Yes, please. That's wrong. It's not. That's the transfer budget. But if you want to give me that, that would be lovely. Right. They'll let us know. There's nothing else at the minute. Oh my God. Cat. Going crazy. She's also excited about the prospect of us moving to Tunisia. Yeah, there's nothing else going at the minute. This is the one we want. This guy's the favourite, apparently. I mean, he's only 1.5 stars at a team in Morocco. So, you know, we'll keep an eye on it, though. We'll keep an eye on it. Are we wanted as well? Cat's going crazy. Okay, so we're wanted as well. So that just means we've had an interview, probably. We've only lost 6 games in 115 games. Who doesn't take on a manager like that, even if it's been in pretty bad leagues? So hopefully we get this one. This would be really good. This would be exactly where we want to go. This is a team you could win the Champions League with. We wouldn't even have to move. We could just do the one country in the continent. So fingers crossed. Well. I think we've got our club. ES. Oh my God, I'm not. There is no way we're pronouncing it properly. Etoile. Oh, it's already wrong. Etoile Sportive du Sahel have offered us a 2-year contract on £1,900 a week to take the managerial job at the Stade Olympique, believing you to be the ideal person to replace ex-manager, this fella, Ahmed Ajlani. They want us to challenge in the cup and nothing else, really. They just want us to challenge in the cup. £1,900 a week. This is a massive step up on wages. Big transfer budget compared to what we used to. A big wage budget. I mean, we were working with £2,000 a week. This is a huge step up. We will absolutely be taking this, but just give us a straight £2,000. Oh, it's done. Straight £2,000 in the bank. I mean, wish I was on £2,000 a week. That's all I'm saying. Wow. We've got a deal till June 2031, so it does work in the regular season as well. So obviously in Oceania, things were a little bit different. It was more played in the winter times, whereas here, it's a regular league, summer league. Anyway, so we've got our job. Let's click continue. Let's confirm it. Hey, there we go. ES Sahel. I'm going to learn how it's pronounced off camera before the first proper episode. Have confirmed the appointment of Destro FM as the club's new manager. Eyebrows have been raised in the world of football at the appointment of the 32-year-old who has recently spent time away from club football. Not that much time. And he is sure to face plenty of questions when he faces the media for the first time. I don't talk to the media. I'm a closed book. FM, who of course most famously lifted the Oceania Champions League. So that's actually one thing in Football Manager. Usually you read some sort of wacky trophy that is really not the best thing you've lifted. Like you'll see the League Cup or something when you've won the Champions League, but that's actually would be our biggest trophy. So I'm glad it's right. With the Lily Whites in May, I did do it. So I mean, we're joining in October, May to October. It's not that much time out of football. We'll no doubt be hoping to bring similar success in stepping up to a bigger club. I am. He replaces previous manager Ahmed Ajlani. Nasruddin Nabi was considered to be the favourite for the job, but it is unclear whether the club favoured FM all along. ES Sahel are yet to win a game in the league this season. They've played 3 games, and they've lost 3 of their last 5 matches. Okay, that's fine. They're a good club. They're a good club. 25,000 seater stadium. Finances are good. Got good facilities, good youth facilities, good recruitment. They were 5th in the league last year. I don't think that's true. I think they came 2nd. They're currently in the 2nd round. They became runners-up. They got knocked out of this. So they were runners-up in the Cup and the Super Cup. So they're basically the 2nd best team to Tunis, who were the best team in Tunisia. I mean, they've won a lot. They've won an African Champions League. They've won 12 league titles, 2 Confederation Cups, which we've learned is the 2nd tier, 11 cups, 2 African Cups, whatever that is, 2 ever African Cup Winners' Cups, an Arab Club Championship, 2 African Super Cups, and 2 Tunisian Super Cups. Oh, that's cool. If you click on the number, it actually tells you the year you've won it, but if you hover over the image, it tells you what it is. I like that. I didn't know that. You learn something new every save. So we're in. There's our best boys. A lot of transfers. Looks like a big club. Just challenge for the cup, right? Rightio. Will do. Get in the playoffs and finish above all these other teams and be competitive with Tunis. Sounds good to me. I don't want to speak to anyone. Job's good. Right, we're in. We are in. Playoffs, semi-final. No problem. We play these in the cup. Are these any good? No. So we got a good, easy cup game to go. So it's quarterfinals of the cup and playoffs. So playoffs is top 3 in this league, yes? Yes. And then you get into the Champions playoffs where you play 10 games, 6 teams twice. Top team goes into the Champions League. So realistically, we actually only need to get in this 3. Winning this does nothing, right? Yeah, winning this does nothing. Oh! No, it isn't. So it's almost like... Okay, that's interesting. So it's kind of a double... There's 2 things going on. So there's 2 groups, probably because it's a big country or something, I don't know. So this is how I think they qualified for the Champions League. So realistically, if we want to get in the Champions League, we either need to finish top of our little group, or when we get in the playoffs, finish top of that. That's interesting. Winning the cup gets you in the Confederations Cup, which is the 2nd tier, which if we were in it, we'll try and win it, but it's not our, main focus. So this season, I mean, they've won all 3. There's only 14 games. So I don't know. I mean, we'll obviously try and finish first, which would be good. But if not, at least we've got a second chance if we qualify for this to get in the preliminary round by finishing first in that. Very confusing. We'll just chuck on a gegenpress. Apparently it works. We've been using a 4-2-3-1. No, we haven't. We've been using a 4-2-4. Have we? What did we use? How many strikers did we have in Eastern Suburbs? It was definitely 2. Apparently it works for them, so it's not game breaking to use it if the game says so. Apparently there's players unregistered. Oh, they're out on loan. Okay. What kind of teams do we have here? So we've got an under-21s, and that's it. Brilliant. Finances are okay. We've got positive money. We are spending most of our wage bill. We'll sort that out. There's no debts. And there's a decent amount of sponsorship that comes in. So, and you get a bit of money for winning this. And you get a bit of money for winning that too. So, it's okay, I guess, money-wise. It seems okay. Right, so next episode will be our first proper episode at ES Sahel. We are in a bit of a bad run, but we'll sort it out. Don't worry about it. So next episode will be our first one. We will play probably 2 league games, play this cup one off camera, and get to know the boys and everything in between. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the job hunting. I hope to see you for the first episode at ES Sahel very soon.